Hi, Kevin Easy here, and I wanted to discuss Cursive's album, Hot Nights and Cold Showers. You may or may not know Cursive Z. You may or may not know that Cursive Z's album, Hot Nights and Cold Showers, is a concept album. And the first track here, A3, starts it off. A3 is an instrumental. It basically is named after the father of Optimus Prime. I'm a Transformers fan, so that's what the name's from. But it's where our main character's story starts at. So, beginning of the album, it's called A3 because it's the starting point of the main character. And I've always liked surf rock and stuff. This track kind of derivative of surf rock in some ways. It has some influences of it. When I first wrote it, I remember I didn't know what I was going to do with it exactly. But I really liked it for an opener. As soon as I played the guitar to the bass line, I knew I was going to use it for an opener. Like I said, it's just a quick little song, and then the title had to do with Optimus Prime's father. So that's where we started at. Next song is called Working for Death. And it is about working a job that you don't like to make money for things you don't need, basically. Like a lot of us, myself included, basically work to get by. We don't work jobs that are, what we want to do, or make us feel worthwhile or fulfilled. We just work, making things to put in holes and whatnot. I'm not very much of a political person, but I do have ideas about these things, and this is one of them. I feel we're always exploited for muscle. So that's where working for death comes from. We're born in the world, work for death. I like the second verse a little bit. We'll be here in a second. No one seems to know. That's why I never working for me. We're walking on the tightrope, but you showed off after me. I always thought that was a cool line in there. Kind of sums up, being pretty much the catch-22 of life. You can never get out of what you're into. So along with that, let's see. Here's the artwork for the cover of Hot Nights and Cold Showers, which is this is the picture of Hot Nights and Cold Showers. It was the the name came up before the picture was done, but I painted this picture before I knew I was going to use it for the cover. It just fit the name and everything. So it's basically, if you look at it, it's Mother Earth, I suppose is the best way to say it. Like all the stuff that comes from creation of things, the insanity of it all. This is back here, there's galaxies and stuff. So it's like the big picture of the craziness, the Uzumaki, the drugs, broken hearts, religion, faith, reptile, agenda with the Illuminati, drugs, pharmaceuticals, money, violence, and Mother Earth. So after working for death, third song on the third track on the album is "Wasted Days," which goes to talk about how you can go from working for, doing a job that you don't want to do for, like, basically to get money, and then go out and hang out, get drunk, party, whatever you do. Sometimes it's hanging out, and you don't even know what to do with that. You know, the rocks that never listen, just kind of being there. What I like in this song, kind of the whole hot, ice, cold showers really kind of stems from this song and kind of works with the rest of them, but I got this feeling that keeps coming around. You know what future in a dead end town. Let's come together and always go on. I know it sits around on the floor. I can't believe it's the way I'm supposed to be. My question is slowly killing me. So yeah, it's basically, being part of the group. Why? It's just trying to look for there's a general theme of, like, looking for what's missing in our lives in this. Okay. I forgot when I was looking. I accidentally skipped ahead, so I forgot to talk about this song. This is track number 4, actually, and it is the song "Z Life," which is about anticipation and fucking being ready to explode. Like, the thing about being young, youthful, and having all this kind of anger and frustration and energy, not knowing what to do with it. Where I stay is where I stay. That was the second song I wrote for Cursive. And the only one on this album that I recorded the vocals themselves. I can't believe it's the way I'm supposed to be. My question is slowly killing me. So yeah, it's basically, being part of the group. Why? It's just trying to look for there's a general theme of, like, looking for what's missing in our lives in this album. So after "Wasted Days," we get "Cut So Deep." "Cut So Deep" talks about death by misadventure. The main character of this song and her story, it's based on some personal shit, I guess, too. But as you get a little older, you have friends that overdose. You might go through something. I went through a car wreck, so it's just kind of in this part of here. It's kind of part of it, like a little nod to that car wreck I was in. But the main thing about this song is, like, I've had friends that killed themselves, and friends that died by misadventure. And this was originally my other band, Let It Go. I wrote it for that band, and it didn't really get used much, so I rewrote it. The interesting part about this song is we were playing a show one time. It was a record store day show, and I got done with playing the set. I played that song in the set. I got done, and the bass player Will Beast, his wife, got my attention. Said, "Hey, this kid over here would like to talk to you for a minute." And this Samoan looking, I'm guessing he's Samoan, younger fellow, came up to me and hugged me and stuff, and was crying, and he said it like that. He was like, he had a friend that was like, I think he either committed suicide or whatever, and the song actually motivated him to, to get back to, like, doing this charity case, or doing some kind of fundraising deal. And it was, I don't know, I was blown away by it. I didn't really think, sometimes you get pessimistic in your nihilism, but it was pretty awesome. So the next song, which has got a hell of a transition to it, is a cover by the one and only Dax Riggs from the band Acid Bath, Agents of Oblivion, and it's the song "Let Me Be Your Cigarette." Now, I'm going to state two things about this. For one, I'm not the lyricist of the song, so I'm taking some liberties with what I say about it, and also how I sang it. But I will make this one note about playing something that's a cover, quote unquote. Is I don't like cover band stuff. To me, I don't have a use for it. I believe it's like the lowest common denominator because like everybody who plays music, they ruin covers when they start coming out. To use other people's music, I don't see the joy of it. But Let Me Be Your Cigarette and the story of this album is basically like cigarettes usually have a connotation of like calm or like trying to like for instance what I do is when I sing a song it's thinking about sex, like you have a cigarette after you're done with sex, right? However, and the singer's looking for that person to fucking be a calm for the thing. Like Gensler has a part in his No Cure for Cancer where he says like, happiness is just, the cigarette that if you quit hits on a butter, chocolate chip cookie, end of list. This is not. Nobody's happy. Nobody is happy except for moments. That's the whole pursuit of life in sense. So that's what it is. It's it's basically saying the pursuit of things to make you happy. Yeah, like I said, I don't know Dax Riggs' original mental really what he went by it, but that's what I put in there for. And like I said, I changed the about a little bit. Next song is Outhouse Blues, which is about the main character going out and going to bars and trying to hook up bird dog chicks, like his old 50s thing. But like, going out and being social to meet the opposite sex. And the whole drunken disorderly thing. And it also has to do with like how the drunkenness can make you nihilistic and somewhat self-destructive. And of course, is definitely a nod to that. But the song was kind of came up with it. I was influenced by the Doors a lot as a kid. That's one of my favorite bands ever. And I was talking to the guitar player or the bass player. So it's a team from Doors. We came up with this. I think it's catchy. One people told me they were like, hate myself, don't really care. I'm up here just causing nowhere. Places I don't belong. Every motherfucker with my songs too loud. It's like, driving in your car with the radio turned blaring, or being in the bar and, running the jukebox and playing, like, I'm playing Danzig 10 times. We used to do stuff like that. Play Slayer and Danzig and whatever. People like, oh, turn it off. There'd be somebody wanting to listen to, the latest Booty Club hit. So the next song is from going out and, hanging at the bar or whatever. The main character meets someone. And they, sparked a relationship. The next song is Mouthful of Bass. Now, this is another somewhat of an instrumental. I wrote it as an instrumental, but I had an idea about making it more than that. Like it's almost a joke. From the title being Mouthful of Bass, which it's heavily. It was just bass for a long time. When I recorded for the album, I added guitars and stuff to it. But it's sound bites from the movie The Jerk. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Jerk, but it's one of my favorite movies ever. Steve Martin is amazing in it. So it has it's about sex. Let's put it like that. That's the easiest way to say it. The song's all about sex. Put a rubber. You hear some like moans and stuff in the background of it. This has to be the main character and the woman he met consummating a relationship. But the best part of this song is the end of the joke. And it goes on for a bit. 3 minutes, so 3 minutes, I think. So, but it's a great movie if you've never seen it. Like I said, I just wanted to draw quickly. It was like, it had kind of a base forward, like I said, a base forward. It almost feels like a sex kind of So, it's not full bass. So the next song is called Sing Along, which you probably can't. And this song is about when the relationship with the main character everything's great, but what it's start fighting. And we're blaming. And it's searching for the brilliant life. And it gets harder, with every breath. I want to love you forever, but you love some more. And this song is really, like, I wanted to make it sound like two people arguing. So I wanted to put it And Derek George from the Lima Scene, who's in the band Supercharger Ecstasy. We used to be rivals a long time ago, but he helped me record the vocals for. He actually put his vocals on this track, but he also helped me record the vocals because I recorded this album several times before final actual recording of it, and I was so hands-on with all the art, the writing of the songs, playing of them, everything. So I needed to kind of like to free some of that up. So Derek came in and did an excellent job helping me out on it. So thank you, Derek George, for that. So Sing Along's a breakup, which leads us to the last song on it, which is Diane, another cover by the band Husker Du. And this song came about for two reasons. One, I've been playing in bands for a lot of years, like over 20, and my bandmates and many of that, they were kind of really into the horror rock. I mean, we were a Misfits tribute band way back before the Misfits, kind of got back together, kind of deal. But for like one show, I mean, it wasn't like a whole thing. Needless to say, I always wanted to do something that wasn't typical. A lot of bands, it's always the Misfits. Misfits are great, don't get me wrong, but they're one of those bands that's like not overrated, but overexposed, and then underexposed to the masses. Like, I think people know the Misfits, but they don't know the Misfits songs. So I knew this song, Husker Du. I always thought they were cool. 3-piece. The band drummer actually sings the song Diane. But the thing about Diane is it's a song about a real murder, and there was like the way music is and like the way society is as far as like television and our media, like social media, even but even written media, is some things are pushed to the extreme in one way, but then other things are like, oh, you can't say that, because this song has like it's pretty straightforward about this scenario, this murder, and it's I always have to say that it's not this. I didn't write this or put this, but and then once again I had to reimagine the song, reinvent. But I had heard another band do a cover of this. I forget what is it band? I'm not going to bring it up, but there was a really, I think, horrible cover of this that was done, and they changed the lyrics because it's, um, I guess it's too mature. Even though it was, Husker Du was like on a mainstream record label way back. So I don't know. But Diane from the album Metal Circus, I wanted to cover it. So this is my interpretation. Once again, I have to say, when I cover a song, I don't want to do it so I'm like getting a boost from the music I'm playing. I mean, if that does it, fine. But like, I think cover bands, they have like this, they're cheating at playing in front of people, to engage a crowd because they're playing something you already know. So it's easier to play for them, and it's easier to get them into your music. When you're playing your own stuff, I mean, it's like it's the complete opposite. Most people just don't want to give it the time of day. They hear somebody yelling and screaming or whatever. So Diane, I rewrote it to be a little bit heavier, and I don't know, just the way I want to play it. It's nothing. There's nothing. It doesn't like the song's perfect to me, but I'm not Bob Mould, and I wanted to do it my way. So the arrangement's a little bit different, and the way it's played is a little bit different, but the words are still the same. So this beginning here is from a friend of mine, and he was out of it and does this whole thing. So it's so completely different than the original was. I wanted to have like kind of an 80s guitar sound. I like it, but this song is about a murder of a female. So main character is going through this thing about finding the thing he thought was love, to fill himself up for that hole of love that see just like one vision. And he ends up killing her himself. What's really cool about the song is that I think that little play on words like Diane, and like I said, I didn't do it just for shock value, but at the same time, I kind of did because it's like that's the song's lyrics, and they're really well written, and I don't think anybody should have been ashamed or times changing. They didn't change like that drastically. It's still murder. It's still that's what happened. The guy tried to rape her, but it's as a concept album. It's not the Black Parade or the Wall, but I always think that even on your independent local band thing, you should like really be making a product. This is who you are and this is what you're supposed to be about. And I think a lot of musicians, which I have problems with that word because I don't believe I'm a musician. I believe in being an artist because musicians just play music. You can be a cover band and be a musician because you're just hey, I'll play a song. The internet is filled with people's lessons of how to play somebody else's songs. But to make stuff up, be creative, to have an identity, to have enough belief in yourself or gall, audacity, to write something and go out there and say, this is me, this is what I think, this is what I think is cool. And see if you get anybody to like it. Because somebody always likes what you do. Someone will. They could be mentally, disturbed, but there's always an audience. There was an audience for Crass. There was an audience for Old Skull. I mean, there's an audience for everything. So the actual CD of it has a little thing I'm putting in the second release of them. It's a little song that I don't own, but it's like a sound bite basically put at the end, so it makes the whole album a little bit. If you find it, you get the album and you listen to it, you might find out, you might understand it, but it's not important really. It's just brings the whole concept of this album full circle, and it's not like a story about anyone in particular. It's not my wet dream fantasy of like going and killing somebody or not. I just thought it was an easy idea of making some observations about life and how relatable it is to get lost in that. So that's Hot Nights and Cold Showers by Cursive Z. I'm Kevin Easy. I'm coming out with the acoustic acoustic songs of my past, basically, of different bands I was in, including Cursive Z. It's gonna be hard for you to find it without getting on Cursive Z's site here or on Torments, because it's not Kevin Easy. It's called The Dead Earnhardts, which this is the second Dead Earnhardts album. First one I did when I was 27, and it was the first thing I ever recorded on of my own, not being in a band. So I was a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? I was a little bit unsure of how it would be taken. It had some poetry with music and stuff. It was what it was. It was pretty raw. But this one, I'm digging it. I've got it about 3/4 of the way done. So it's going to be called Dead Earnhardt's Left Turning Right, and the last one was Metallica. So this will be the last one, but it has I go by the pen name Dick Trickle on it, and everyone who's on the album, because I have a few of my friends and such on it, they'll have interesting racer names. There's like Cha-Cha Lamar and a few other people, Rooster Baker. But yeah, it's going to be out. I hope to have it out by the end of March, and I will have a song out for this year for St. Patty's Day. I wrote it last year for St. Patty's Day, but I've got a demo of it. It's called Two Fingers of Jack. It's a drinking song. That's basically what it is. I try to be inspired by people like the Pogues and just Shane McGowan and the Irish Rovers and that kind of thing. Dropkick Murphys. It's nothing. I'm not trying to be Jesus here and save the world with all my music. But it's a pretty cool song. I like it. I'll put it out for St. Patty's Day this year. So happy St. Patty's Day early. It's one thing having a holiday for just a nationality. I mean, I guess we have Oktoberfest for Germans. So whatever. All right, I'm Kevin Easy. This has been an in-depth look at the album by Cursive Z called Hot Nights and Cold Showers. Actually, around here somewhere. Where is it? I have the possible what's that? Album cover. I have the next album's cover. It's right here somewhere. Oh, I'm blind. Here we go. All right. So, anyways, I'll show you those two. This is what I believe. I just did this like last week, end of this week. It's I think the cover of the next Cursive Z album, which it's not going to be out for some time. Probably not till could be next year. But this is a sneak peek of it, which is called Liminal Spaces for Rent. And the painting, if you want to know what the painting is, it's basically like a man being stretched to his limits and punished and tortured by technology. So I got the 1950s looking Buck Rogers style robots and the chopping mall style, a little remote control here, like a little female kind of looking scooter bot. And like this one kind of reminds me a bit of, I was a little bit inspired by Scalpel from Transformers, Dark of the Moon, or not Dark of the Moon, Rise of Revenge of the Fallen. Like the circuitry / stained glass effect to it. I don't know. It's just how I draw and do things. Paint, but it's acrylic. Okay. Well, thanks a lot. Kept it easy, and you're not.